Hello everyone, welcome back to that Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav series where we are covering important personalities both from above and below, history from above and below, and today obviously yes is a day for history from above and the personality is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Before I start with today's lecture, I seek your apology that for 2 days together I could not upload a lecture because of some reason, but definitely I will try to be very regular with this series because I understand that your pre is now approaching and you need all this support. So friends, when we talk about this personality Gopal Krishna Gokhale, right, so a very prominent leader of Indian National Congress from the very start, right, in the formative years, beginning of the Congress era, a very prominent name among the moderate leaders. We know about him, founder of Servants of India Society and then political guru of Mahatma Gandhi ji, and himself a disciple of who? M.G. Ranade ji. So let's find out some important facts, and as usual I will be giving you some points here where you will explore more about those facts and write in the comment section on the YouTube of Raj Malhotra IAS. So friends, let's talk about Gopal Krishna ji jo hai, Gopal Krishna Gokhale became a member of Congress in 1889. Now this year as such per se is not important, but we have to understand that from the very start he is a member of Congress. In the 4th, 5th year itself he was a member as a prodigy of social reformer Mahadev Govind Ranade. So he is a follower of M.G. Ranade, right? Gokhale ji himself visited Ireland. He went to Ireland and arranged for an Irish nationalist, Alfred Webb, to serve as president of the Indian National Congress in 1894. So it was the efforts of Gokhale ji that brought Alfred Webb, an Irishman, who then became the president of Congress, right? Then both Gokhale and Tilak, now there is a comparison, this will also help you in your mains exam, but for pre where they ask questions on comparative analysis kind of thing, like what is common between them or what is not common between them, here you will get this information quite handy. So both Gokhale and Tilak became mathematics professors. They both were the professors of mathematics and both were important members of Deccan Education Society. This Deccan Education Society is related with the name of Mahadev Govind Ranade. So the first task for the day is to explore about Deccan Education Society along with M.G. Ranade, right? So you have to now write in the comment section about Deccan Education Society and Mahadev Govind Ranade Sahab. Then next important thing about Gokhale ji is Gokhale went and stood next to Tilak to protect him. The session ended with the Congress split. Now obviously this is 1907 session and the split is Surat split. Now what happened here? We all know that the moderates and extremists were fighting. Now there is a particular name that you should know, that the one who started that scuffle there, one who started that fight in the session, it was Aurobindo Ghosh. Aurobindo Ghosh led the group of young members of Congress who were opposed to the moderates' methods of agitation. So this name Aurobindo Ghosh is very important. Now this is your second task. Write at least 5 points on Aurobindo Ghosh. Explore that what was his role, what was his contribution, anything related to books, newspapers, anything that is important, at least 5 points. I would like everyone to find out today and write in the comment section. So there is Aurobindo Ghosh, who at the Surat session led the agitation by the young lobby or the extremist lobby, and when there was this scuffle going on and even Tilak was threatened, at that time Gokhale ji himself came to protect Tilak ji, right? Next is in January 1908 Tilak was arrested. Now Tilak was growing in stature, he was becoming very popular, but because he was arrested on charge of sedition and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment and dispatched to Mandalay, he was sent to Mandalay. Now Tilak himself is not there, the face of the extremist lobby is missing. This left the whole political field open to the moderates. So even after Surat split in 1907, because the very next year Tilak ji was arrested, so moderates still continue to hold control of the Congress, right? Now this is an explanation that despite that Surat split, how moderates continue to be more important. Then Gokhale's one major difference with Tilak centered around one of his pet issues, the age of consent bill. Now this is the third thing I would appreciate if you could read, explore more about, and then write in the comment section that what exactly was this age of consent bill. But here I will give you some basic inputs to it as well. So when the age of consent bill was introduced by the British imperial government in 1891-92. Now what was this bill? It was about child marriage. They wanted to change it, though the change was not very significant. We will talk about it, right? Gokhale ji was supporting it, being a social reformer. Even Tilak ji was not against a ban on child marriage, but he was against that why British interfere in the traditional lifestyle, the religious beliefs or the social beliefs of the Hindus. So Tilak's objection and Gokhale's support are found to be in contrast. So when the bill was introduced, Gokhale and his fellow liberal reformers, wishing to purge what they saw as superstitions and abuses in their native Hinduism, supported the bill. So Gokhale and his followers, they supported the age of consent bill. What was the bill? To curb the child marriage abuse, right? Child marriage ban. Then, though the bill was not extreme, only raising the age of consent from 10 to 12, like the age, minimum age at which a child should get married, from 10 it was to be increased to 12. Not a very significant change. Tilak took issue with it. He did not object to the idea of moving towards the elimination of child marriage. As I just said, Tilak was not against child marriage, ban on child marriage, but rather to the idea of British interference with Hindu tradition. So Tilak objected to it. Now remember this fact, that when this age of consent bill came, Gokhale supported, Tilak objected. Fine. For Tilak, such reform movements were not to be sought under imperial rule when they would be enforced by the British, but rather after independence was achieved, when Indians would enforce it on themselves. The bill, however, became law in Bombay Presidency. Now remember, age of consent bill, this age of consent bill, it became a law in Bombay Presidency. This is an important fact. So you will write points about age of consent bill too. Then the two leaders are, obviously we are talking about Tilak and Gokhale ji. The two leaders also vied for control of Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Both wanted to keep their control over this, and the founding of Deccan Sabha by Gokhale in 1892 was the consequence of Tilak coming out ahead. Right? So what we understand, both wanted to control Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, but then why this Deccan Sabha was established by Gokhale ji? Because Tilak was going ahead with this Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Then Gokhale's mentor Justice M.G. Ranade started Sarvajanik Sabha Journal. Now I would like you to write at least 2 points about Sarvajanik Sabha Journal, in which Gokhale ji assisted him as well. Then Gokhale's disposition before the Welby Commission. Now this is important, Welby Commission. I will give you few important points, so I am not expecting you to write about it, but you can add it in your mains answers when you will be talking about achievements of the moderates, right? So Gokhale's disposition before the Welby Commission on the financial condition of India won him accolades. He became very popular for this. So now let's talk something about this Welby Commission. The Welby Commission was a group set up by the British government to investigate wasteful spending in India, that why money is being wasted in India, when people like Dadabhai Naoroji, while talking about his drain of wealth ideas, right, people like Gokhale ji, people like M.G. Ranade ji, people like Subramaniam ji, many people were talking about that drain of wealth. So British under pressure appointed Welby Commission to look into the allegations. When the commission was appointed, then what happened? It was established in 1895 and its official name was Royal Commission on the Administration of Expenditure of India. Royal Commission on the Administration of Expenditure of India. It is claimed that the commission improved the economic condition of India by reducing excessive expenditure, right? Now what we can do, achievements of moderates, because of the efforts of moderates, the British were forced to appoint Welby Commission, which is believed to reduce the excessive expenditure from India, right? The commission membership included Lord Welby, obviously the chairperson, Lord Cheman and T.R. Buchanan as parliamentary representative, and William Wedderburn, Dadabhai Naoroji and William S. Kane as representatives of Indian interest. So remember the official and the Indian members' name. This is important. Gopal Krishna Gokhale and Dinsha Vacha, another great prominent leader of moderate class, deposed before the commission in 1897. Appointed 1895, people deposed, gave evidence or testified before the commission 1897. The Welby Commission's report published in 1900. So it took 5 years for the commission to publish its report, showed a number of cases where excessive or unjust payments had been made by the Indian government. So it was proved that unjust payments have been made. One example was that of Red Sea and India Telegraph Company, that they have been given undue benefit, undue payments that has been wasteful for Indian purpose, right? Now we talk about Servants of India Society. Servants of India Society, which was established by Gopal Krishna Gokhale ji in 1905, when Gokhale was elected President of Indian National Congress. Remember, it was the year in which Bengal was partitioned. So today you can also revise your partition of Bengal topic and find out the important facts and write in the chat box. Today I am giving you lot of fodder to revise modern history, important events, right? When Gokhale was elected President of Indian National Congress and was at the height of his political power, he founded the Servants of India Society. So two things happened together in 1905. He is President of Congress and he also established Servant of India Society. And remember the year, it is very crucial thing, partition of Bengal, same year, right? Society to specifically further one of the cause dearest to his heart. What is the cause? The cause is expansion of Indian education. So the main task of the Servants of Indian Society is the expansion of Indian education. In his preamble to the Servants of India Society Constitution, there was a preamble to this society's constitution. Gokhale wrote that. Now remember this line, it will help you in your essay, it will help you in your mains answer. The Servants of India Society will train men prepared to devote their lives to the cause of country in a religious spirit and will seek to promote by all constitutional means, moderate leader, constitutional means obviously, the national interest of the Indian people. Fine. The society took up the cause of promoting Indian education in earnest, and among its many projects organized mobile libraries, founded schools and provided night classes for factory workers. Which of the following is true? Remember these things, these small things make a lot of difference. Then the Servants of India Society was formed in Pune, Maharashtra on 12th June 1905 by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who left the Deccan Education Society to form this association. So remember another thing, that earlier he was a member in Deccan Education Society, but then he left it so that he can work more on his Servants of India Society, right? Now coming to next important points here. Along with him were a small group of educated Indians as Natesh Appaji, Dravid, Gopal Krishna Deodar, Surendranath Banerjee and Anant Patwardhan. These important names, you should remember them, that who of the following is associated or not associated with Servants of India Society, who wanted to promote social and human development and overthrow British rule in India, right? The society organized many campaigns to promote education and work for sanitation as well, healthcare, and fight the social evils of untouchability and discrimination, alcoholism, poverty, oppression of women and protection of women by domestic abuse, right? Now look at this, that what all are the main aims of this association, so that when they ask which of the following was the aim or agenda of the association or not, you should be aware that things like alcoholism, things like untouchability, protection of women from domestic abuse, you should know about them. The publication of the Hitwad, this is the journal of the association, the organ of society in English from Nagpur, commenced in 1911. We will talk a little bit more about Hitwad. I will not leave it to you to find it out. So Hitwad was started in the central Indian city of Nagpur by freedom fighter Gopal Krishna Gokhale. It was the first and the only English daily of Nagpur, right? This is all important, so there is no need to search for it. Then prominent Indians were its members, the Servant of India Society and leaders. It chose to remain away from political activities. Now what is the difference between Congress and Servants of India Society? The Servant of India Society remain away from political activities and organizations like the Indian National Congress. Now because Gokhale ji was a mentor to Gandhi, our Mahatma Gandhi, so let's find some important facts to that. Gokhale was famously a mentor to Mahatma Gandhi in the later formative years. In 1912, Gokhale visited South Africa at Gandhiji's invitation and in his autobiography Gandhi calls Gokhale his mentor and guide. So remember, Gandhiji has written about him as his mentor. Gandhi also recognized Gokhale as an admirable leader and master politician. Who called Gokhale a master politician, or what name Gandhiji gave to Gokhale in his writings? Master politician, master diplomat, things like this, describing him as a pure and crystal, gentle as a lamb, brave as a lion, and chivalrous to a fault, and the most perfect man in the political field. Now they can ask you, whose words are these for Gokhale ji? Despite his deep respect for Gokhale, now difference for both pre and mains, very important for pre as well as main, because we will always think that because Gandhiji always talks so high of Gokhale ji, he considered him his political guru, then where is the point of difference or dispute? So despite his deep respect for Gokhale, however, Gandhi would reject Gokhale's faith in Western institutions as a means of achieving political reform, and ultimately choose not to become a member of Gokhale's Servants of India Society. Despite being his disciple, despite calling him his political guru, Gandhiji never joined the Servants of India Society. Now these kind of facts create such a huge difference in your pre, and I hope you will agree and appreciate this effort. And friends, please do share these videos so that those who are aiming for IAS 2022 get the maximum out of this, and please do share it with your friends so that what we are doing here, what efforts we are making for the students must be aware of them. With this, I take leave for the day. Sunday there will be no lecture in this series. From Monday it will be coming regularly 6 days a week, and we will try to now cover 2 personalities a day so that more and more inputs can be given to you for your modern Indian history and its revision. With all this, thank you very much everyone. God bless you all.